Critical new defense programs and a historic investment in infrastructure remain in limbo tonight, despite the fact that both have already been authorized by Congress. News 9's Alex Cameron has an explanation from our Washington bureau.
Well, authorization is not the same as appropriation, and the appropriation of the funding for those programs and others has not yet been approved. And it now looks like the earliest that will happen is March.
We are close to a funding agreement thanks to our appropriations leadership, but we need time to finish that legislation in full.
And so the House was voting today to extend the current stopgap funding measure, known as a continuing resolution, another 3 weeks to March 11th.
On this vote, the yeas are 272 and the nays are 162. The bill is passed.
It keeps us at the negotiating table, keeps the government open. Then we hope in the next few weeks the major negotiators will come to a decision.
Congressman Tom Cole supports the CR, but says the longer Congress extends prior year funding, the longer it will be before programs approved for this year, like the big $1 trillion infrastructure package and the 2022 Defense Authorization Act, can go into effect.
We've already delayed the B-21 bomber, which will eventually come to Tinker Air Force Base, by a year. We've already delayed the latest ICBM by a year.
The irony of all this is we're continuing to operate under a Trump budget, which is pretty sad for Americans, sad for our military.
Congressman Kevin Hern says it's sad our soldiers won't get the pay raise included in this year's NDAA until the Democrats can get it together and pass a budget for the current fiscal year.
I know this is often said, but it's no way to run a country, especially the most powerful economy in the world.
And this continuing resolution will also have to be approved in the Senate before it can go to the president for his signature. From our Washington bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.